Okay, now what I did, I went outside and I got in between the legs a lot more, in other words. This is a process that it takes a little while. And so I just sort of, I'm going to work some more. We've got to get this a little bit more down here, of course. But I didn't want to waste a whole lot of time just showing you how to, and you know how to get in between the legs here. I mean, it's you know what I'm talking about. So it's not, there's no use wasting a whole lot of time on that. All right, let's kind of get to rounding our figure a little bit. We'll get back to the crazy looking. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go ahead and cut off for our tail. All right, and we can make that, kind of go, make that tail a little bit longer. There we go, just like that. Kind of make it cuts in deep in like that. And here also. And we'll straighten that up. We'll get that. Okay, let's go up here. Let's go to shaping him a little bit. His legs. Get in between there. Now, we're going to take we're going to start do this little number here. Bring our legs. Bring over like this, in other words. Just bring our legs back just a little bit. Bring up and over. You kind of give it that sitting look. Just like that, and we'll shape that a little bit better. Kind of get your boundaries drawn, as you might say. So like that. Same thing over here. Get your boundaries drawn. Because we're going to go in between these legs here and separate them at the bottom. Just sort of like that. And we'll get back to this, in other words. Let's get these front legs sort of shaped. Oh, whoa, hit a little bad place there. Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you hit a little bad place. That was a soft place. And folks, that's something that you can do very easily. That's why you have to have control over your knife. I mean, you know, make sure your fingers are not around that thing. You can find that every once in a while you run into a bad place. We've done it before on carvings. We've done it. We've broken off things, and sometimes you don't always see it either. A lot of people say, well, I should see the wood crack. Not necessarily. That is not always the case. You can run into things that are deep into the wood that you don't see. That happens, folks. And the good thing is it happens like on times like this where you can kind of see it. In other words, okay, we'll see we're getting in front legs down. Because they're going to be a lot thinner than what they are. We're going to kind of there you go, and down like that. You want to be careful around that area. I mean, you don't want to get too rambunctious. They're too thick right now. There's some bad places in this wood. You're really going to have to be, I'm going to have to be careful. There's just some bad places that I can see it. I can feel it. You know, when you carve long enough, you can almost feel it in the wood that the place is soft, or it's too, or it has a lot of resistance to it. That happens a lot. That happens a whole lot. Put a bigger separation between the head and the, see, like I'm doing right there. Just like that. I like to use cuts, folks. I do. You can see that I love to take and signify things by cuts. Of course, that has a lot to do with the fact that I'm a flat plane carver. I love to use the straight cut to signify what I'm doing.